Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. It's good to be back. Anyone who's been following along with the series knows I have been gone a decent while. Had some family arrive lately, and they all wanted to play, actually hold on, a D&D game I put together, which I had mentioned in a I don't think I mentioned it in a previous video on any Civ stuff, but I have mentioned it in a previous video once. That's right, we're going to want to try to go ballistic on Birmingham as much as we can. I don't know how much success we'll have. We'll see. Okay, if I remember right. Yeah. We're going to have to chew through these things first. We're not using you yet. Manchester's going to be frustrating to take, because it's also covered by, well, not Manchester, Leicester, because it's covered by Manchester's fighters. Okay, well, let's try to take Birmingham this turn. It's going to be tough. These Matildas they don't make it easy. But if I can damage them enough, I've got a couple 88s, they can do something. Depending on how many Matildas are in here. We're gonna have to chew through all his planes first. Yeah, there's one enemy I expect to be this annoying. It's Britain. I can't say I'm surprised. That's right, I don't want to use any AU yet. Let's go over here. That's not happening. Stop trying to make me use the things I don't want to use yet. Ah, they got him up in Manchester too. I'll figure out what to do with the rest of them later. Nothing there can be that vital. I'm not going to let the computer make me make a bad choice just because it's inconvenient. There we go. Okay, yeah, before we do anything else, hopefully that makes it marginally easier. Oh, not again. Sometimes this game really makes me want to punch it. Man, this is not going smooth at all. Okay, I think we're through the plains. Now we're bombing the city itself. Yep. Have full health? No. They only have one Matilda in here, I think. Although, actually killing it's going to be a nightmare. Matildas are the best defensive unit for quite a large chunk of the game. I guess they're on par as far as defensive purposes go with Panzer IIIHs. Even those are a couple techs away for me. And my defenses aren't that bad anyway. Just in general, 14 is about my average, and that's pretty good. Birmingham's not as heavily defended as some of the others were. Although, boy, does it put up a fight. How's everyone? Okay, is that all my 88s? I think it is. Because I don't have any here. Didn't station any of these other places. Yeah. Okay, well, let's attack then. I know, it's not my brightest idea. But I figure we gotta keep making progress here, and I have a lot of tanks. What else am I gonna use them for? You kidding me? Okay. That moves an uncomfortable front a decent distance away from us. Destroy that. The fact that wasn't garrisoned tells me he's pretty desperate. Let's get everyone in position. Next turn we'll take this city. Wow. There really isn't much there. Don't I have a couple other of those lying around somewhere? Yeah, I do. Because I wasn't totally sure what to do with them. Now that they were over here. Okay, that was all of them. Now this is going to be rough, because this city has a lot more people in it, and its defenders have more health. But if I have an opportunity here to take it reasonably fast, without having to bomb it, and I think that's worth taking, the risk. There we go. There were no planes in there. Too bad. And it didn't move the front as close as I would like it to. So I can't just move in my artillery and bombard next turn. But I'll figure out what I'm going to do with them. Does mean we can get started on their other cities pretty fast. Actually, I don't want to move all of them, do I? You need to rest. Where's the other damaged ones? I'm going to put, like, a couple of them in the air. The rest can move. Whoa, where in the... How? Where did you come from, man? Just an Italian mountain infantry chilling out here. I don't think we're going to be able to destroy that thing without an exceptionally lucky roll. Where to put it? I'm going to keep moving all this stuff over here. Just until we're done with England. Then I can figure out who's garrisoning what. Okay, I feel like this transport was in the middle of doing something important. And I have no idea what it was. I can't remember. Go there. Taking England is just our top priority. I'll work out all the details of everything else later. We really need to get that island under control, though. Okay, I'm going to move these panzers up. Actually, we're going to load them mostly here. So they can attack whatever they need to. And my hope is we take one of these cities, the other one can be artilleried without issue. Who's guarding this? It's got motorized infantry. Yeah, it's good for now. This is going to make sure the artillery are safe. Waking up these workers. You guys get a road put down right here. I want ease of transport immediately. Ah, this road is finally done. Cool. Let's go ahead and finish up the one along the coast. Okay. So all of these can just go here. Got some guys working down there. Do I have any in here? I got a couple. I'm going to go here, just to make sure that tank doesn't get taken out by a lucky opportunist. Just in case he decides to bomb this with some Armstrong from Manchester. I don't know that he actually can, but I want to be secure just in case. I'm going to send my S-boats out here with the express intent of having them start destroying those, or at least working on them. If they get bombed out of existence, so be it. At least it's a useless thing for his bombers to do. Now this should be enough firepower to punch through this entire cluster right here. Edinburgh, yeah, its fighters can't help. Already taken out Liverpool's tower. That one is too far away to get, or maybe not. I'm going to send in 2 SS units. And what they're going to do is just hold his position. The next turn, we'll start off clearing out the fighters, we'll bomb down this spot, and they'll try to take it out immediately. That'll leave both of these cities relatively exposed. I think that'll do the trick. Hopefully. Oh yeah, those. I don't like those. We're really pushing Britain into a tight spot, though. We have now taken most of the producing power that they have. Manchester, Edinburgh's decent. Manchester and Liverpool are 2 big ones. If I remember right, Leeds doesn't get a whole lot of use. Maybe that one does. It's Glasgow that doesn't get much of anything. Scapa Flow's pointless because it doesn't have an import. And I believe Belfast can produce a decent amount. But yeah, it's hamstrung by the fact it doesn't have any resources. And it's great for destroyers and British infantry. That's about it. Those things are where all the production power comes from. Okay, well, we're going to have to go through another Matilda, but at least we took Birmingham without too much drama. let's see here. I like having all this consolidated. Makes life so much simpler. I don't think we're going to destroy the battleship at Algiers, sadly. But I'll keep trying. Maybe we can just isolate it till I get something down here that can destroy it. See, once we're done here, I'm going to have to do a lot of moving. We're not going to invade Algeria until I have taken care of Turkey at least, because I want my men on the move. And Turkey's going to hold us up, at the very least. And they're going to be troublesome. Like I said, normally at this point, I would have hoped Russia took care of them for me. Russia's too busy carving Turkey like a turkey, so... Or Persia like a turkey, I guess. Things aren't going well for them. And of course, Japan is still being useless. I can't expect any better from them, I suppose. I can expect better from Britain and France. Someone should have taken at least this, but both of these. And come on, at least take something from them down here. I don't know, the plan is once we're done here, I'm going to have to maneuver a bunch of troops. We're going to have to take out Turkey first and foremost, just to clear them off the map, because they're at a central place. And then I'm going to have to dispatch some units down here, take over the Middle East, and then we're going to have to invade Russia at some point. And that's probably where most of my forces are going to be, is pushing on them. What does Soviet Russia have? I know they've got to be producing a lot of tanks, just to make up for the ones we destroyed. 161. That could be worse. Their numbers are high, but they're not unmanageable. Not for the size that they're at, or the wars they're waging. I think if we catch them at a bad time, we could do some serious damage. Now, once they're dealt with, and we've taken care of England, a significant portion of the game will be basically coasting. You know, we'll take, once we get Leningrad, Moscow, really out to here, those two at least, and Stalingrad. Those are their big ones. We push out that far, we have taken basically all their productive power. And then they have a lot of cities. This string of them here can produce decently well, but not great. But they'll never have the sort of power they did again, mostly because of how spread out they are. And the rest of this is just space, and not much else. Okay, well, I think I should try to get another spy into Peru. It's just never going to happen. Those guys have an undefeatable net. Let's go next turn. If I were England, what I'd be doing right now is rushing Matildas in all of those cities. But I think the only reason we haven't seen that already is because they don't have any money. They are sort of fighting Russia right now. And we took out so many of their planes. They've probably been rushing just to get enough fighters. I mean, I don't know how the computer calculates it. But I'd assume, with the number of fighters we've hit them with, they would see our... Whoa. That figures. They would see our bombers as a big enough threat to divert almost everything to fighter production. They're coming out to sink those S-boats. Interesting. It's kind of terrifying, I gotta be honest. These are the remnants of the British fleet, though. Seeing a nice big target and coming for it. So the S-boats are going to have to take cover immediately. I find that weird. Why is there an Italian down in Algeria? just deal with pollution, and immediately it strikes again. Ooh, let's get by something there. One resistor. I was hoping to get a little more than that. The game is certainly more lively with the music. I kind of missed it. I haven't been getting any copy strikes lately. Okay, who... It's Dubrovnik. You're the one that wanted to change. Oh, they can't hit. Hey, that works, actually. They'll be my enforcement. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need more than that. Okay, I think that was all their security. This might seem unwise. Maybe it is. But I'm going to send the Bismarck out here to secure them. And maybe kill something of its own. Not the Bismarck, it's the Tripits, but same difference. One left. Okay. I think that's about good enough. Cool. So with that out of the picture, let's see about wiping out Manchester. Wow. You're hitting every building and not even the planes. What? What is the defense on these Spitfires? They're proving very troublesome. Manchester's real annoying. On top of having its heavy defensive units, it's also on a hill, as is Leeds. I think, despite it being right here... Oh, that one was on a hill too. Maybe that's why they chose those ones to put Matildas on. No, this one didn't have Matildas. Birmingham did. I don't know why they have Matildas on these random ones. If they had any in the island, you'd think they would have been in Portsmouth and London, which were their two most strategically important places, but nope. Good enough. Ooh, sink that. Sink that right now. I'm gonna send this thing out here. Time to start killing stuff. Oh, come on. Okay. 87 Bs. Let's see what you're made of. Can you fortify? Seriously. I'm gonna need them to soften it up just a little more before we start attacking. Good enough. Okay. Leeds might retain enough culture to stop us from actually attacking it the way I want to. Wow, that was way closer than it should have been. Come on. Oh, it did. Okay. So this is huge. Let's see what we're looking at. So if I can bludgeon this city down enough, we'll be in good enough shape to just straight up attack it right now. Taking all three of these, it pushed the front back, and I can move in my fighters and start working out these two cities, which is the last of their mainland stuff. Really? Come on. How are they doing this so often? I mean, I get they have some pretty significant advantages. But we still, I think, have the leg up on attack, and to not even shave off a hit point repeatedly. The frustrating part about fighting British infantry is you also never run away from them. Because they have 2 movement. So, if you lose for real. Okay, I'm going to send him down to meet up with the others. Because at the moment I don't have anything else for him to do. Alright. I'm gonna wake all of them. Is that really the only place without a road? I think it is. Well, there's a couple out here too. Sure, go that way. You know, seeing these destroyers out here now, I'm realizing I think they went pretty far afield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They were already out here. There's no way they could have reached us otherwise. That's weird. Okay, well, we're going to move up here, even though I don't think we'll be able to attack yet. We're going to get closer. I'm going to stay here, help deal with the pollution. Looks like all of them have a bunch of people already. I guess I'll start shipping them over to Dortmund. I'll probably need some folks to garrison our newly acquired island. Oh, it hasn't regained any health. And it never will. Awesome. I'm actually surprised. I forgot I was sending some people down to Paris. Keep the people happier. Make sure Dusseldorf gets that spot back before Cologne gulps it up. Alright, so I want to take the Skarnhorst and the Gneisenau, pull them here. I think I want to get the rest of my guys and send them off. Let's see. I think that's 7 away right here. These things are probably going to turn tail and run. If they don't, they're stupid. These guys are all going to stop at Cardiff for the moment. I'm going to load up a transport or two, send over some guys to deal with Ireland, just because it's its own separate problem. To that end, I'm going to take... Yeah, this should do. A transport for our invasion forces, the special transport for the garrison. Actually, they already have transports in Amsterdam. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll take our old Panzers, a couple of them at least. And I should have some new ones in here. And I'll take our Marines. So we can attack from the coast if it's more convenient. Alright. And these two, of course, are going to escort them. Now, what did I do with... Are the Schlesien and the Schleswig both in here? They are. Cool. The AA cruisers can stay where they're at. We're gonna break that thing. Okay, was that Britain's last sub as well? I know they didn't have much left, but I think, if I remember right now, they still have 2 others somewhere. I half expected a transport to be waiting for us at Liverpool. Okay, do I have any garrisons here? I don't think I sent any, it's actual invasion troops. Yeah. Once those guys leave, which will be next turn, then I'll look into what I'm going to need to put together. So what we're going to do, I guess I should probably just conclude this turn before I start talking about future plans. I don't know if there's something in the game that basically states that will never succeed until something changes. Like until whatever changes the price. I don't know if it's cities or units or whatever. Whatever changes the price of the spy implanting, until that happens, we can just never succeed. I'm not sure. So that was their last one. I notice also they don't have any DCRs. What does it take to build a DCR? I think they start with French, right? Iron and rubber. Well, them not having rubber here wouldn't surprise me. Did the Italians destroy this? Was there an import at this place? And it's gone now? Because the Italians destroyed it? Hold on. No, I'm not seeing a wonder for it. You never know what causes the research plant 2? What? You never know what causes the import, but there should be one there. I don't know why there isn't. Because I can see them on other places, right? I can see the one here. Yeah. So have they been cut off from something because of that? I don't know, that's weird. I'm not going to worry too much about it, though. We just took out the last French battleship. They're not getting that back, so the last of their fleet is well and truly destroyed. I don't think the Dutch... where are they? Netherlands. I don't think they have much. A few transport, a few submarines down in the East Indies, a coastal defense ship, and some subs. Yeah, they don't have much to work with either. So it's really just France, or not France, Britain, and what they're currently building, which is more King George V's. And of course the remnants of their destroyers, which we've done a pretty good job massacring. And past those, America. Otherwise, I think we've pretty well decimated most everyone's fleets. Russia's got a decent one, but it's... I mean, not a decent one. They got a couple battleships, a few heavy cruisers, but they're all trapped in here and right in here, with just a couple over here at Vladivostok. None of the ones over here are battleships, so they're not too bad. Let's go ahead and jump over to next turn. I feel like I'm missing the movement of something around, but it's no biggie. I probably won't be able to attack Edinburgh until I get all of my 88s moved. I think that put the line beyond our bombing range. This is kind of the inverse of how I expected it to go. We've been taking British cities hand over fist, and I expected it to be much more of a slog to get through them. When I played Britain, I thought taking Japanese cities wouldn't be that hard, and that proved to be a serious challenge. Just because of how many people they have. And they're all special fortresses. Yeah, away they go. Well, what fleet I do have, if they're not going to be able to bomb the next city this turn, is going to be put to destroying those. Whatever I have available, that is. I don't know if it'll be much, because I think pretty much everything has to move. But I want to destroy that last stupid coastal defense ship. I'm just tired of it sitting there taunting me. Completely beyond the realm of usefulness, but I hate it anyway. I want to destroy those too. I just don't have the resources to do it right now. I'll get there. How many does he have? Moving deeper. Perfect timing for my fleet to come out. They're going to join a new transport, I think. Well, Britain's moves are weird. Looks to me like they probably built a new transport as well. They're sending all their people to go load it. They're just going to keep funneling people into Algeria. I don't see them taking anything, but you never know. It'd be pretty funny, actually, if they started taking stuff. Super enraging, because I want as many cities as I can get, and if I have to start trudging over Italians down there, I'm going to be angry. But at the same time, I'd be impressed. That'd be more progress that I've ever seen the Italians make. In fact, I've never seen them make any progress. All I've ever seen them do is lose stuff, with the exception of Nicosia, I think. That's probably it. Does this place have a mass transit? Nope. Get that built. I'm going to do this before I forget, just to finish out that. Okay. So we've got a handful of destroyers, an Arethusa. That thing, which came down, or no, that's just parked there, isn't it? That one was already there and it didn't even move. So here's what I'm thinking. Once we take these last two cities, which might be a turn or two, most of my stuff's in here. Now they can reach. Okay. So hopefully we'll have Edinburgh by the end of this episode. Or by the end of next episode. Glasgow will likely be an episode after that. We'll try to take this. I'll have my fleet together and they'll attack that. Well, once we have this one under control, I'm going to pull all my units back. We're going to leave this place, garrison the island, and that's going to be that. I might move a couple of bombers and fighters in and leave a few tanks just in case someone lands. But for the most part, I'm just going to leave the island. My air force during the time of all that happening is hopefully going to purge the rest of these ships that are just chilling around. Most notably the King George V's, which I want to sink rather than them escape. They have Scapa Flow they can flee to, which is the tricky part. So I'll have to think it through on exactly how I'm going to manage it, but I think my entire Air Force of 88s, bombing all as one unit, will take them out. Both of them. If they get within range of the shore, we'll just hit them with our 87Bs. I'll figure it out one way or another. But I want to get those things sunk, and clear out any other King George V's and other threatening ships that are in the area. And then once we have all that locked down, I'm hoping to put together a large invasion fleet, thinking 2 or 3 transports, a couple of warships, and a handful of my destroyers. And we're going to head up and try to take Scapa Flow as best as we're able. I know it's going to be a nightmare, but Scapa Flow can't build anything that's truly threatening. They can't even build British infantry, it's just militia. So we can try to take it. And I'll probably use my whole fleet to bombard that one. Once that's done, we're going to go over here and we're going to try to take Reykjavik, swing down and take Ponta Delgada, and then curve under here. While they're doing all that, I intend to send my units down here and try to take Turkey. This is going to be the last major neutral power that we actually do battle with. Technically there's Portugal, but really we just take them whenever they end up in our path. It's not like we have to think about it. Turkey's going to be frustrating. They have a few decent ships, and they have like 7 fortresses in Istanbul, so it's going to suck. But Istanbul is within range of 87Bs. So I'm thinking I just move everyone in, and then we hit them all at once in one turn with everything we got, and maybe that's enough. Once we take Istanbul, the rest should be simple. They don't have anything but regular infantry. They're not that strong. We can go over the top of them. And then the real fighting is probably going to kick off. Who knows? Maybe I'll take Istanbul and then leave them alone. I don't know. As long as this front is closed, I don't have to worry about troops from here. But the moment I open this the floodgate of Istanbul, stuff can attack me from all over the place here. Maybe I just move a couple guys here and not a whole army, and we don't bother invading. We just try to hold Turkey, while my real army fights with Russia and tries to take their producing power away. Because this is going to be the real fight. And once I have this well enough in hand, I'll start sending down new productions here to start expanding our empire. At least as far as Suez. I'd like to have Suez by the time our fleet gets down here, so that when it hits Malta, probably restocks first, we can hit Malta. Although I would like to have an aircraft carrier by that point, so that I could hit it with M87Bs. I'd hate to have to navally assault a fortress. That'd be terrible. But we'll figure it out. That's my basic plan as far as future attacks. But it's going to get more complicated before it gets simpler, because we're going to have to spread across everywhere. We're going to have to take Asia. Most of this isn't too bad once you get rid of Russia's power and take away their production. But getting into India, this one's going to be tricky. I imagine by the time we get here, Britain will likely have Lancasters, maybe Crusaders. Ooh, they took Kandahar. They're probably not going to take Kabul. That one's tough. And they might give up before actually reaching these. But who knows, if Britain keeps picking fights with them for some reason, they might take all of Persia. If they do, that might make our life even simpler. I could just roll through, take the Middle East, and we could have a line right here of Russia. Let me take some of Britain's stuff here, sort of establish a new front. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it looks like that's going to be it for this one. So next turn, yeah, we'll be hopefully taking a few more, at least one more, maybe two British cities. We'll see how smooth it can go. But that is going to be it for this one. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book. If you like the look of it, give it a read, and if you like the read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.